Howdy race fans, welcome to my little show about motorsports I like to call In the Pits with me, Stock Car Scott, here each Wednesday on the YouTube during racing season. You know, race fans when I feel like it. There was a bunch of racing over the last weekend. Thursday on NBCSN, they showed the Evergreen race that we all went to a few weeks ago, the K&N West race, along with another K&N East race at Watkins Glen. But I did miss the British Touring Car Championship Series on CBS Sportsnet in order to watch the Seahawks preseason game, where they beat up on the Cowboys. Oh, then on Friday on NBCSN, they showed Cup and Xfinity Series qualifying, as well as a couple of NASCAR modified races. The Joker was fastest at Michigan on Friday with the 22 Shell Pennzoil Penske Ford. Then Alex Tagliani put the number 22 Discount Tires Penske Mustang on the pole at Road America in Wisconsin, also on NBCSN. On Saturday, Fox Sports 1 wanted to show the Camping World Truck Series race at Michigan, but weather had other plans. Because coverage later shifted to the Phantom Sports 2 channel, I had to catch the replay later back on Fox Sports 1 to see Brett Moffitt get his first win in the Truck Series. First win ever, same as Ben Kennedy had last race at Bristol. And of course, condolences go out to Ben Kennedy on the loss of this week of his grandmother, Betty Jane France, the widow of Bill France Jr. If I need to explain to you who those people were, please quit watching my little show about motorsports. Sorry, this isn't Stock Car Racing 101, more like Stock Car Racing 203 or 301, but not a freshman entry level class. But I digress. Next truck race is at Mosport. That's the Motorsports Part something in Canada there. On Sunday, with new phenom William Byron still leading the truck drivers' points with 2 races before the new chase format for the Camping World trucks. After the trucks went off to the Phantom Zone, the Xfinity Series race at Road America started on time on NBCSN. I saw a little of it, but I had to leave the recorder running so I could get an early start on traffic between Seattle and South Sound Speedway, where I headed for my 10th consecutive weekend of live late model or super late model race viewing. I was able to make a pretty good time because I heeded the admonishment by the KOMO traffic reporter and got myself below the joint base Lewis McCord there before the air show let out. I even saw a few jets fly over, but didn't get trapped by the traffic. Also, on the way down to South Sound, I was able to complete 2 different NASCAR 164th diecast car series with a couple of Walmart stops there. Oh, so I got to the track like OJ with time to kill and did a little visiting with South Sound Speedway racing friends. Made the night. I made the night for the lady at the ticket booth there out front by having correct change with 3 $5 bills and a 1. I still have to pay full price, folks, for a few more years, though I do have a birthday coming up this week. So, when racing got started, I just watched the vintage modifieds and the Bumblebee heats and the mains, but I videoed all of the hobby stock Pro 4 late model and super late model races that are currently posted on my YouTube channel. Charles Lemire won the Bumblebee main, and Vern Houston won the Vintage Modified main. In the races I have posted, Dan Walker won the Hobby Stock 35 lap main. Then Eddie Secor won the 75 lap main for the Super 4 late models, topped off by 100 laps of Super late models won by Rod Schultz, with two of my favorites, Chad Hinkle, got his hero card right here with Godzilla, and Tommy Elston in second and third. It was a pretty good night of racing, and special thanks go out to Shelly Hinkle for some tasty snacks there while I watched racing, and also to the South Sound Speedway concession crew for the yummy chili cheese fries I absolutely live for on my trips down to their track. Yes, it was a nice trip to a favorite racetrack, and I even got back to Seattle before midnight. But with 10 Saturdays in a row, I feel I may need to take a little break this weekend for my birthday. We'll see. We'll just see how that goes. When I finally got the chance to finish the Xfinity Road America race, I got to see Michael McDowell win his very first Xfinity race ever while driving the number 2 RCR Ream Camaro. His RCR teammate, Brendan Gaughan, one of my wife's favorites there, was the highest finishing Xfinity regular in second at a track where he got his first win about 2 years ago. Dale Jr.'s driver, Elliott Sadler, still leads the points with the next race at Darlington, and only 3 races until the new chase for the Xfinity Series. Whew, let me get me a drink. Thank you, Sterling. Okay. Early on Sunday, I set the recorder to capture Formula One Grand Prix of Belgium because I knew very well that I would sleep right through it. Comes on at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, so I was correct, but it was still well worth watching when I did get to watch the whole thing on Monday. Defending world champion, my favorite, Lewis Hamilton, did a superb job of racing his way up to the front after being assessed a 55 grid spot penalty for exceeding power plant changes for the season. Luckily, they put all 55 on him at once, so he just went to the back. Yeah, he had to start the Grand Prix in the back row with Fernando Alonso, another past champion. And yes, his teammate, what's his name, won the race, but Hamilton was able to finish on the podium in third from starting on the last row. Granted, Lewis was helped by Vettel, Raikkonen, and Verstappen. They all had problems crashing early that kept them from finishing well, but he still did an amazing job to finish where he did. Mr. Smiley, Daniel Ricciardo, was his usual smiling self in second. With the podium finish, Lewis Hamilton retains his lead in the driver's standings with the next Grand Prix at Monza in Italy this coming Sunday morning at 5. Pre-race starts at 4, nice and early. Oh, and I haven't seen a full replay of the IndyCar race at Texas, but I was told to watch the end of it, and those last 12 laps, watched them on YouTube, and all I can say is, boy, howdy. The 8 1/1000ths of a second finish of Graham Rahal over James Hinchcliffe with all those other cars around was an amazing thing to see. How they didn't wad up all those screaming race cars on the last lap was just pure talent. The next IndyCar race is this Sunday at Watkins Glen, so it won't be near as fast or near as intense in the same way as Texas was. Also, this coming Sunday is the second ARCA race on dirt this season. I watched the last one a few weeks ago. Forgot to tell you about it on the show, sorry. But I watched a few weeks ago there at the Springfield Mile at the Illinois State Fair. And I watched it online. And I hope to do the same this Sunday for the DuQuoin Fairgrounds 100. DuQuoin is also in Illinois. And watching full-body stock cars out on the dirt track is really something to see. Makes me wish that NASCAR had more racing on dirt. Just a little. And speaking of NASCAR, the race at Michigan this past Sunday was a great way to finish off a day of racing with the first-time NASCAR winner of the weekend, setting a precedent for the 68-year-old racing organization. After 99 points races in the Premier Series there, 24-year-old Kyle Larson broke through to win at the Cup level and end a drought for Chip Ganassi Racing of also 99 races. I guess Jamie McMurray won their last race. It was exciting, folks. Larson had a really good Chevy, but by no means ran away with the race. Several drivers led, including my brother's favorite there, old rookie Chase Elliott, who spun his tires on the last restart enough there to lose the race to Kyle Larson. Yeah, that was Chase's second frustrating second-place finish at Michigan this season. The win puts Larson in the chase, but Chase is still in the chase on points for now. Excuse me, folks. With the next race Sunday at the Lady in Black during Darlington Throwback Weekend for the Southern 500 on regular old NBC, Channel 5 this time around. Of course, my favorite driver, Dale Earnhardt Jr., won't be driving the number 88 silver ghost paint-schemed Chevy because he still suffers concussion-like symptoms. I hope he makes it back for the Richmond race and wins, or the season's over, folks, because Richmond is the last race before the chase starts. And that is a tall order for Junior. Oh, and relatively speaking, my younger brother's favorite there, Happy Harvick, ran well up in the top 5, and my wife's Biffle almost finished in the top 10 at 11th there. And like I said, the Southern 500 is this weekend, and I am tempted to just sit home and watch it. This weekend up in Evergreen, the fair is still in full swing, so they are having like 3 divisions of figure 8 racing, as well as the Pro 4 trucks. You know, I really like those guys, vintage mods, and dwarf cars, whatever dwarf cars are. And on Saturday, and that's all on Saturday. And then on Sunday, there's a big demolition derby up in Evergreen. So, you know, you can pretty much guess I won't be headed up that way this weekend. While at down south at South Sound Speedway, this weekend are 2 days of late models and legends with the 10th annual Dennis Smitham Memorial 100 and the Columbia River Legends regional qualifying races, along with mini stocks and baby grands on both days. That might be where I go if I do get out. But I think I'm going to take the weekend off after 10 weeks of traveling to various races. I think I need to take a break and catch up with my TV race watching there and take it easy for my 60th birthday. But if you can, I still want you to go out and see a race. You know, that's what StockCar Scott's all about. And to that end, I am again giving away another pair of passes to the Better All Auto Sales Twisted Tea West Coast Late Model Points Finale, the second annual Greg Peterson Memorial 100 on the 17th of September at Yakima Speedway. And all you need to do is private message me your phone number on Facebook at my page that used to be StockCar Scott, but is now G Scott Sams, as in, gee, I wonder what happened to StockCar Scott. And just wait for the call from me with a simple question about the show. Answer the question, and you win. Just like Cecil Howard did last week when he knew that Godzilla is one of the movie characters that I always have on set during the show. So message me. Message me your phone number and I will message you back real fast and then call you with a simple question dealing with my little show in the pits with me, StockCar Scott. And if you can't attend the race on the 17th, please don't enter the contest. In fact, that'll be the first question I'll ask. You might wonder why I am giving away passes to a West Coast Late Model Series event. It's my birthday, and I can do things like that on my birthday. And also, it is a way for the West Coast Late Model Series folks and I to show our appreciation for you race fans, attending all of their races and watching my little show about motorsports. So, please, private message me your phone number and I will get right back to you. Oh, that's if you trust me. Well, that's it for this week. Remember, you can still sponsor laps for the Greg Peterson Memorial 100. Just visit westcoastlatemodels.org for details. Thank you for tuning in this week to my little show about motorsports. And even without a blatant attempt to bribe y'all to watch next week's show with passes, I hope you will tune in again to In the Pits with me, StockCar Scott, seen here on the YouTube on Wednesdays, same Stock Car time, same Stock Car channel, you know, if I feel like it. So until then, go see a race, because all races matter. Thank you again for watching and for your support. Oh, two more things. Be sure to watch the Throwback Thursday episode of the Waterboy Sports Show tomorrow night. It's one of my favorites. And happy birthday to me. I turned 60 on Friday. Now, go see a race. Go on.